at the sink. It'll be at the sink. There'll be water in, and they don't have to do upper and lower. They can do one or the other. And so the evaluator will more than likely take one of them out, and it doesn't matter which one. So I'm just going to sit that one. I'm going to sit the upper out and use the lower here. And I'm just putting water in it because that's the way the setup is. And it'll be just like that. And I'm going to go ahead and take this out because most of the time it'll be a denture brush that's been used over and over. Okay. Now, since the paper towels are over there, I'm just going to go ahead and get this done. I'm going to get the gloves too. Oh, and I'll get a washcloth. All right. Okay, and I'm supposed to clean those dentures right there. So I'm going to use a washcloth to line my sink. Now, what they line it with, it makes no difference in the world. It can be a towel. It can be a pillowcase. It can be a washcloth. It can be paper towels. It can be water. But I wouldn't suggest the water thing, even though it's fine, because it takes up time. Some of these sinks are pretty big. Miss Sharon's sink is nice and large, and it would take a while to get enough water in there to really do the job. So I would say just tell them to get either paper towels or a washcloth. That's fast to handle. So I've got me a little liner in here. And I'm going to get me a barrier. It doesn't say to do that, but here again, I have found that candidates, unless they put themselves a barrier down, sometimes they get hesitant about where they're going to put something, and rather than prevent all that, you know, you just go ahead and get you a barrier so you know what you're going to do with this extra one. And with this one, you don't have to interact with the patient at all. There's no patient interaction. Doesn't say anything about explain, does it? And just go to the sink and do the job. Do what now?
That's the one you want to draw.
Yeah, you're facing the sink or your wall again. All right, I got my water running. I'm going to take my denture out and I'm going to pour my water out. Now, I'm holding this in my right hand, but it doesn't matter. If they felt better about it, they could put it over here on that barrier if they felt better about that. But since my hand's already on this cup, I'm going to rinse it, as my mama would say.
Rinse it.
Rinse it. Both the cup and the lid. And I'm going to put some water in there. And it's just sitting there waiting for me to do the denture thing. Now some people try to hold the dentures and do this at the same time. And and when they're nervous, that's just too much agony. That's why I say, tell them to put a barrier down. And if they got more than one thing in their hand, lay something down. You want to wet that toothbrush. In case y'all didn't see it, I wet these dentures. Okay, I wet the dentures. And I'm putting toothpaste on here. I'm just going to put that back where I got it. Okay, now I'm just going to scrub these dentures. Now I'm not going to give them a thorough scrubbing because y'all got this. I'm just kind of going through the steps here. I'm going to rinse those dentures. Here again, if I need my hand to help hold that denture or something, put that toothbrush down. You got somewhere to put it. Okay. I've already got my water prepared. I'm just going to drop it in. I'm going to wash this toothbrush. And some of them will baptize this stuff. You know, they'll just go doo-doo, and it's still got junk on it. That's not clean, that's baptized. That's more like Methodist sprinkling, really. Okay. So we're going to put that toothbrush back there. I'm going to take the liner out of my sink. But see, that didn't take long to wring that water out. And I don't want to get your stuff in there wet, so I'll lay it right there. I'll be using it again, I'm sure. And I'm just gonna clean the water. I won't be off the water so bad.
And now I need a second trash can back here.
And then I'm gonna take my gloves off without contaminating my crazy self. And I'm gonna wash my hands. And I'm done with that skill. Okay, take a look at it and see if I missed anything. Read it real critically now. Don't let me miss anything. Is there any order dependency there?
But before placing denture and cup, rinses denture, cup, and lid. That's
right. Before you put it in there, rinse it. It doesn't say you have to do it immediately before. It just says before you put the teeth back in there that you want to put them in clean water. Okay?
Do you just evaluate or check the temperature of the water? Because it says moderate temperature and always get asked.
We don't check it. We don't
You have
check
to
it.
say it's moderate temperature? No.
Any other takeaways on that one?
I remember one time, I had so many students testing that the denture cup, it wasn't over here, it was on the table, and the student was like, oh no, it wasn't already prepped there, so they just put their gloves on and went and got it off.
That's fine.
So as long as they had their gloves on, then they could have walked over. And she didn't fail, she just said, her mom, I didn't know what to do.
Yeah.
I think we'd had more than.
They were rolling them out that day.
Yeah, okay.